Disc golf rounds like that are the ones that really make me believe in my capabilities as a player. When it's kind of all put together and you're flowing like that, hitting the lines, being able to duplicate the lines, duplicate the putts, really play overall very clean disc golf.
Well, there's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
Today we got 4 putting putters because we're going to be working on the putting, and then we brought basically 2 of every mold that I like to throw. And the goal for today is to work on the forehand and the backhand, but duplicate the shot. So I want to try and throw one shot, and then I want to try and throw it again right after it, because I feel like if you can't throw a shot twice in a row, you can't really throw that shot. Yeah, that's hard. We just threw a brand new Ultra in the bag. This one is a slight dome. It's kind of between the board flat and the domey ones, but this is like one of the prettiest. It's kind of like a blurple type, which I feel like is, I don't think there's many of these kind of in between the blue and the pink ones. So this is a beauty. Ooh. I would say we succeeded with the 2 shots in a row. So most of you probably know I've been in Charlotte for a little bit now, a couple weeks, and I've really been enjoying it. I spent some time playing most of the courses before even being out and filming. You probably have only seen me on a few courses. I'm trying to dial back the content, but dial up my level of play. What that means is basically, I don't want to be having to post 6 videos a week and kind of just trying to get as much out as possible. I want to take some days to really just work on my game, and then some days to create what I would consider a little bit better content rather than just getting out quantity. But days like today, I'm pretty much going to be throwing, just practicing, but I figured I would take the camera with me. 1, I think there's some tips that maybe some of you could use, and 2, keeps me a little bit accountable, and then I can watch back everything I did, which is obviously one of the most important things in disc golf. Nice. I've been putting with the Marvel for the last couple months now. I've been putting this base pair that are really nice. They're beating up super well. And then I just got a set of these first run stiff blends that actually feel really nice as well. They're stiff, but still tacky. Gonna start working these in for when the temperature rises a little bit. All right guys, hole number 2, 353 feet. Beautiful little push hyzer. You can probably see the basket up there. We're gonna go era first off the tee backhand, and then a couple side hand sidewinders. Oh yeah. It's that. That's about as identical as it gets, not gonna lie. You know the baby here, but we just picked up another used bin. Nice, relatively flat sidewinder, nice and worked in, so no clue how this flies. Let's see how this one does. Oh yeah, go in. Oh, so perfect shot shape, but I just pushed it 40 feet left. Oh. So I could really feel it in my body on that second side hand there. It didn't feel as smooth. The first one, I felt like my timing was right in line, snapped it really nice. The second one, I will say, I think that sidewinder is a little bit more stable than my go-to one. So you got to figure out the flip point a little bit, but the form overall, not the best on that last shot. The first arrow shot was absolutely textbook. We love it. Kicked the tree on my backswing. Let's go. So my backhand has been feeling really good lately, but the last couple days it's felt a little out of whack. I don't know if it's because I've actually been in the gym again, drilling my legs, trying to get some strength and athleticism back, but we're really trying to smooth it out today. This hole 297, we're gonna go torque, we'll hook around the corner. Yeah, that's under the basket. We're gonna go long bowman for the second one. We only brought one torque. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. That is so good. Oh my. Guys, I know this is just a casual round of disc golf, but look where these landed. If you asked any of the locals if they could like pay a yearly subscription to have these drives every single time on this hole, 100% of them would take them, I think. We're gonna just take the DX AVR here. Lay up for the birdie 3. Unfortunately, my jump putt does not go this far, so I don't really get to give it a good bid, but lay up the little AVR, slide it up, tap in a birdie. An easy 3 on this hole, prime time. Straight laser beam, couple trees in the way. We're gonna go buzz SS, and then we're gonna go super beat up zone, otherwise known as my zone SS, otherwise known as, I'll tell you more about this thing later. No. First miss release of the day, first fan grip of the day. A lot of times that happens. Something about switching from the power to that first fan. I feel like I always have an early release. Oh. So I got a comment last night on one of my videos. Someone kind of mad. It was on my Kratos Spore video about how every disc golf content video nowadays is all the new stuff, you know, pushing these new discs and promoting all this new stuff, but he made the point of like, but yet all the pros still just throw the old stuff. And I completely agree. The fact of the matter is I can't just come out here with the DX AVR and throw that and get the same amount of views, and this is my job. And it's unfortunate because I would love to just take my bag of discs out, some of the oldies, some of the newies, and throw them and just film, but unfortunately it doesn't get the views, and you kind of got to play the YouTube game a little bit. And part of the fun of disc golf is trying new stuff. As much as I love all the oldies, I've spent a lot of this year trying a lot of new stuff because it's part of the game, and you know, as the game grows, we grow. But it's funny because right before that video that he commented that on, I posted a video shot entirely on a camera from the early 2000s. So yeah. I don't really know where this basket is. I can't quite remember, but I feel like that's good. We also have this prototype Marvel we're gonna be throwing a little bit. A little more push than the AVR. I don't know, we'll see. So unfortunately, didn't hit a single one of those 35 footers, which sucks. I was all over the metal. Those are the ones I gotta really start making and feeling a little more comfortable with just putting them in. That being said, the throwing feels flawless today. The AVR was the furthest one from the basket. Throwing feels great. That's why I love the game. I love throwing the disc, throwing beautiful lines. I'm trying to fall in love with putting as well. But days like this where you can kind of come, just take it slow, take it chill. I love it. Hole number 7 is a 760-foot par 5. If you saw the reach video, you know we played in 30-mile-an-hour winds, so I still don't quite know like the flip points on these. So today is a great day to actually get a real test on these. So the Reach, it's 12 speed. It's definitely one of those smaller rimmed 12s. I don't know the measurement, but you could almost call it maybe like a Wraith size rim. And the Wraith, I would say I like more than Destroyers. This might be like that new forehand flip up Wraith disc. That was flawless. It did hit a tree dead center fairway all the way up there and rolled back a little bit. The flight. Par 5, shot number 2. We're going Sidewinder. We gotta bend it around this corner. Kind of, if you can see the shorter basket, I want to go left of that. So I didn't quite give that enough height to work out and push forward at the end, but put me in position to get up and down for the birdie. Kind of went into filming this with the idea of maybe not talking almost at all and just playing, but I really like talking through what I'm gonna do. I feel like it helps me, might help you like see what I'm thinking while I'm playing, I guess. Sometimes I forget that, even though a lot of times I don't think I'm the best disc golfer, I am a lot better than a lot of people. So even my tips can help a lot of people. You know, I'm not helping the pros, but I can help a lot of others. When I tell you that I missed that line by, I was trying to throw it over there and I threw it over there, and I think I'm sitting at like 15 feet. So I will not lie and say I was trying to do that, but I think I'm parked. We got the bird. And now for one of the best holes in Charlotte. Scrap yard, hole number 8, 299, water carry. Plus you gotta hit a decently tight gap. Love this hole. We're gonna go squall. We're just gonna throw one on the long here, but we're gonna go throw a couple from the short. We're gonna go AVR and Marvel. Parked. I don't know why, I feel like I'm throwing those scared, like I kind of yanked them harder than I needed. Yeah. Jump. So I do plan on being in Charlotte for the near future, for a while, who knows how long, but I'm really enjoying it here. It's really making me just enjoy disc golf again. For the last 6 months of my travels, I really think I've been in areas where they've been beautiful places, but the disc golf has been really bad, and it's hard when your job depends solely on disc golf to stay happy while you're, you know, disc golfing on courses you don't like. And since I got here, it just, like, my spirits have been lifted. Well, we got the birdie. Hole number 9 at Scrapyard, 289 feet. Another beautiful water carry. This hole has like a cliff right off of the basket, so if you don't park it, you're probably just laying up for 3. We're gonna go squall again, and then we're gonna go beat up ultra. I really just crushed that deep. That might not be horrible though, because I could have a flat putt. Oh, drop. So this hole is super fun because you really have to trust your disc. The squall, I popped it a little bit too hard. I didn't trust myself to get it there, even though it's only 290 feet. So I went way deep. And then the 2 ultra shots, I feel like I didn't hang them out over the water quite as much. You know, it's one of them holes that it's obviously a scary hole. The landing zone is very small. It's a complete water carry, but those are the holes you gotta nut up a little bit and really try and execute. Oh, shit. Hole 11, 300 feet. It is an absolute laser beam down this tunnel. Basket just tucked off to the left. It is one of my favorite holes out here at Scrapyard. That being said, it is not easy. We're gonna go buzz assess, then we're gonna go AVR, and then we're gonna try to knock the dust off of the Eagle L forehand. This disc has not been in the bag recently because I've been trying a ton of new stuff, but it is one of my favorite discs, and we're gonna see if I still got that little finesse. Really got to keep this high on a 300-foot shot. Yeah. Oh, once again, parked off the tree. I love disc golf. AVR off the tree. Buzz assess a little closer than I thought, actually. That was not a good putt, guys. So I feel like the ratio of good putts to bad putts is improving, so we're happy with that. But it always throws me when, like that first putt from the Eagle there, like it's just gross, it just falls out of the hand. I need to just trust the spin, trust the pop. So I've had this shotgun mic that I'm filming with here for a few months now, but I've only used it a couple times. But what I've realized today is that, well, hopefully the audio sounds good. I'm not an audio expert, so I don't know if the settings are correct. But I think it allows me to focus a little bit more on throwing while I'm throwing, because I know the mic's not on the hat. It doesn't pick up everything. So there's no point talking while I'm off doing stuff. I can wait until I can address the camera. I feel like it takes your mind off of the filming a little bit more than when you're always mic'd up. It also feels like there's a little bit more personable feel, because when I am talking to you guys, I'm talking directly at the camera, right at you. Hole 12 is a very tricky one. It's 270 feet, Mando here, and it goes way over to the right. The play, I think, is the backhand turnover, and then you really got to push it, but it is a super tight gap. We're gonna go Marvel here because I want it to end a little more straight than the AVR one. We're gonna go buzz assess, see how that one plays. I think that was the line. Yeah, so the buzz assess right there, Marvel. I hit one of these trees and kind of kicked backwards. Buzz assess. Yeah, I played this hole last week and the buzz assess was parked. Probably should have gone that one first. The Marvel, it doesn't quite have the distance that it needs to push at the end, I don't think. But once again though, those kind of 35, 40 foot putts, I didn't quite give it the juice to get here. The releases were clean, I just babied them. Oh. Man. Guys, that anvil is so overstable. I've had a few good throws with it, but I don't respect it enough. I think I can kind of chop it on a nice little push, but 70 feet away it just hooks back, so not the best shot there. Guys, definitely let me know if you enjoy this style of video where it's a lot more just how I approach a disc golf course, I guess, because I really enjoy this. This is fun, and it's fun when I'm playing well, like today. But obviously in Charlotte, there's so many courses. I could probably make 20 of these without having to repeat a course. So I've enjoyed this. Let me know if you have. So that was a putt that in a competitive round, I think I would just lay it up about a 40 footer downhill with a drop off the end. The first putt obviously came out a little bit weak, a little bit scared, hit the pole, sat for par. Like I said, that's the distance I gotta work on. Hole 14, 327. This is also one of my favorite holes out here. Very, very tight off of the tee here, but just a nice push hyzer. You definitely got some trees to beat at the end. We're going era. Yep, that's like 20 feet deep. We actually left that one a little bit inside and just missed the left here, but that's like 5 feet away. So 2 really good shots on this hole. Yep. Can't win them all. Follow through, guys. Trust the spin, trust the pop. That's what I need to tell myself before every single putt. Because when I just trust my hand and let it spin, let it work, let it pop, they go in. Guys, if you didn't get a patch or you have one and you want a different color, we just stocked teal Frisbee Club patches on Birdie Disc Golf Supply. The purples are sold out, so you can't get them anymore. Maybe more in the future, but for right now, the new teal ones, they're gonna look sick. Also, me and Birdie did a collab on sports sacks and towels. Those are also available. If you're grabbing a patch, throw something else on there. Grab an Ultra, grab a Marvel, whatever. Thanks for the support as always. The hole 15 is a funny one. It's 315 feet, very tight gap. This is kind of a hole that I feel like you want to birdie it, but also you got to get your par at least, because it is very tight. We're gonna go Ultra, little forehand. Threw that one very scared. If you look at that forehand form right there, it was not good. It can get ugly fast. Yes. Oh, I'm parked. Let's go. Whew. That was so sick. There was like barely a gap there, but we smacked it. Nico Anvil. Let's go. Little par save. Hole 16, 302 feet. Just a nice dead straight shot, and then you just want it to hyzer at the end. Oh no, too much. Hook. A little bit more of an unconventional line. We're gonna go with the Sidewinder here, keep it on a nice steep hyzer and see how much it pushes. Pretty good shot. Pretty sure when I'm editing this, I'll be able to see on the torque shot, I torqued it over on an Annie. Luckily it's super overstable, so I'm probably sitting like circle 2 still. But I think when you're throwing kind of a hyzer push line on most of the holes throughout the round, and then you kind of have that one hole where you got to hit that flat, almost slight Annie angle release. For me, that's my hardest release angle. It's a little more unnatural. So to make that quick adjustment is a little bit harder than just throwing the hyzer flip push. That was not a good bid guy. Man. I feel like almost every part of my game today has felt really good, really clean, been executing well. Other than those 45, 50-foot putts, I just can't quite find the pop on them. Quick putting tip from someone who's obviously not the best putter in the world, but putters go straight and they don't take a lot of effort. I think a lot of people, including myself, overthink the amount of effort they need to put on a putt, when in reality, as long as your hand generates the disc forward, I'd say anything inside about 25 feet, as long as you have a full extension and follow through, nothing else matters. If it's on the pole, it's gonna just go straight. And I'm trying to tell myself that. I'm trying to teach myself that. I'm trying to not feel like I have to overdo things with my hand. Literally just raise your hand in a straight line towards the basket. I know it sounds dumb, but that's what it is. And some people overlook the easiest parts. Hole 17, 545. Pretty tricky par 4. You really got to flex something stable and then crash it back. Really try and push some distance, so you got a clear up shot. We're gonna go Star Boss. Look at this thing. Pop top beef dog, little old star guy. That is not good. We're gonna try another Star Boss. Oh. I don't think I could have thrown that one better. Let's go scramble. So obviously this shot was not great. We're about 50 feet off of the tee pad. The second shot was probably money placement. We want to crest the corner here, but we want to try and push further rather than close and get as right as possible. We're going to go with something a little flippier, a sidewinder, because we want to get deep and have an hyzer into the green. Yeah. Another good tip is, a lot of times people think if they want to get really far right, they should go with an overstable disc. But if the overstable disc isn't actually going to glide enough to push you, you're better off throwing something flippier on a hyzer, because it's going to push further right. Maybe if it's windy, yeah, you got to beef up. But as long as it's a calm day, the understable disc on steep hyzer is going to push way further right than an overstable disc, because the overstable disc is just going to die. That might sound obvious to a lot of you, but I know a lot of new players watch my channel, and that's probably a tip that the faster you learn it, the better you're going to get. So here's where my second boss landed. You can't really do it much better than this. Good distance. We're going to take the zone, see if we can execute the birdie play. Easy, just got to get off the tee. Sidewinder pushed a little bit deep. We got a tight little gap here. Did not quite execute that putter up shot from the sidewinder perfectly. Kind of spilled a little left. Probably should have gone AVR, would have held a little bit more straight. I am sitting about 27 feet though, so let's try and hit a putt. We got the par. That was ugly. So it's funny because the first putt was literally flawless. And then the second putt, I tried to like overdo it. Like I just made the first putt with just a follow through. And then the second putt, I tried to like jam it when I knew I didn't need to. And then the second two, I just followed through again and they went right in. I don't know why my brain sometimes reverts to like that second putt where it's like, oh, you nailed that first one, now jam the second one again. And it like you putt a different putt. That it's just unnecessary. But overall, 3 for 4. And we saved the par. Hole 18, 312 feet. Should be a textbook buzz that shot. Hit it flat, let it turn. Rounds like this are what really makes me love disc golf and believe in my capabilities. I don't know what I shot. I didn't actually keep score. I did take the first shot on all the holes, and it was some of the smoothest disc golf I've played in a while. I really just got to focus up, execute my shots, execute the putts. Very clean disc golf. And rounds like this are just, they make me believe that if I can put it all together, I'm a high-level disc golfer. I just need to be able to do it all at the same time. I got to be able to throw the shots and make the putts. You know, obviously easier said than done. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. I really did. That was some fun disc golf. That's why we play this sport. But thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
And right here, I have a frisbee bag. It holds all my frisbees, the ones I like.